Yes.
Like now? Are we live?
Yep.
How about now?
Still now. Yep.
Hello, everybody. My name is Yan, and this is Alex, and we're here to ask the developer. How are you doing, Alex?
Hello. How's it going?
All right, so let's get some questions down. Eric, would you hit me with a question? Whoa. You know, let's go with the easy one. What sparked your interest in programming?
It was more or less something I kind of had to do for some of the classes I took in college. It's part of the curriculum.
Pretty cool. Where did you learn how to program?
I'm still learning every day. Every day is a new learning process.
Very good. And of course, how did you get into the industry?
You got me in.
Oh, that's true. Are you regretting it yet?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, we'll have to change
Ask me tomorrow.
So speaking of that, what are you working on currently with Minibots?
Right now we're currently working on a new game mode. We're hoping it's going to blow everybody's doors off.
Excellent. And how much time do you spend programming?
About, I don't know, about 12 hours a day.
That's a lot of time. Oh, looks like Death Angel wants to know, what is the new game mode?
Can we tell them?
Go ahead. If they're listening, you can tell them. Go ahead.
So the new game mode is going to be a multiplayer oriented, I'd say like a capture the flag with MOBA elements. So we're going to allow you to be able to control gummy bears, possibly boom cubes, as like little armies, and to take over capture points.
Not bad. How many capture points?
That's to be determined. We still have to figure out what's best for gameplay, honestly.
Not bad.
But it'll probably be an odd number.
It'll be an odd number.
Yeah.
Cool. So you'll be able to control everything? Gummy bears, boom cubes, cockroaches? Yeah,
so basically, well, that's still in the air. We know for sure you'll be able to control gummy bears, and we definitely want to be able to make it so that you can somehow spawn boom cubes, and they're going to spawn as like miniature armies, and you can control them. You can send them off to whatever spawn point you want. You can tell them to attack the other players or to guard yourself. So should be fun.
Oh, that'd be cool. So I guess Angel wants to know, how much of those 12 hours are you actually programming?
Say about 11.5.
What's the other 10? Research, eating, drinking?
Let's see. No, I mean, you know how it goes. Like, it's... let me ask you this. Do you spend any time programming? Angel? Death Angel?
Hey, can you ask Death Angel if he actually spends any time programming?
What's his experience when he programs?
He can hear you.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's just 10-second play.
I'll see you live about programming about 11.5.
Well, I don't really, because I actually work 2 jobs. So if you just take the hours I work at those jobs, that's 12 hours, let alone what I work at home. So yeah, I was being conservative, actually.
I also think it's mostly a lot of research involved in that too. It's not just actual coding. So maybe that's what he's asking. Is it actual programming or actually research and then coding, or both?
Depends. I mean, I actually spend most of my day coding. I mean, with the game development, I probably spend less of it actually programming because I have to deal with the Unity engine. But like at my web development job, I was there for 4 hours today, and I spent 4 hours writing code. So.
Well, there you go. Now he has his answer.
And, yeah, and if you have any like experience with programming, then you know it kind of sucks you in. So like it just kind of pulls you in, and you get your head kind of get tunnel vision with it. So.
Yeah. No, you do. I mean, you get stuck into a problem, and then you get into like an endless loop. I can see that. All right. So, what's the best OS to program in? and why?
I would say, well, that just depends on what you're programming. I would say if you're doing game development, then I mean naturally Windows, or maybe even a Mac, because you can, like for instance, Unity is on both of those platforms. I'd say if you're doing game development, then a Mac or Linux, or I'm sorry, web development, Mac or Linux. So overall, a Mac, because it can do both.
I guess Death Angel.
Which I don't even have a Mac, but just, you know, to give you an honest answer.
I don't know. I may just give you the temporary one so that you can actually try it, so we can end this debate once and for all. The only coding experience is making a system for a library using C++.
That must have been fun.
Yeah. Are we working on anything else besides mini-bots? We have a few projects in the works, but we need to get through at least multiplayer mini-bots first, and then after that, we can actually start working on some other projects that we have on the table. But, you know, Alex could have answered that, but since I'm here, I'll answer that. What else we got? What do you think about open source?
Well, I mean, I think even on, I mean, it's everywhere. Like, what do I think about it? I think it's high quality because of the fact that you have people contributing to it constantly. That's one of the reasons why Linux is less vulnerable to viruses, because it's such a rapidly changing environment. As soon as something, as soon as there's a vulnerability, it gets patched right away by people that are constantly working on it. So, and then like even, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I know, I mean, even Microsoft uses open source stuff. There's some certain systems. If I can think of one, I'll mention it to you.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So, in a typical day, what is it like for you?
A typical day?
Yeah.
Like here, or just in general?
Just in general. From when time you wake up to the time you go to bed.
Right now, it's go do web development in the morning till basically. What that job is, I'm learning a new technology there called React. So I usually get up an hour or two early, and I'll work on learning more React and JavaScript stuff, and then I'll head to work at 9, and I'll be done around 1:30, and then I'll head here, and till whenever I stay.
Sounds like a long day for you.
Yeah, usually starts at about 6 in the morning.
Ends at?
I mean, probably after midnight.
That's a long
usually.
time.
Yeah.
I think that's more than your 11.5 hours.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I was being conservative. But, I mean, I don't think it's always going to be like that, or I don't think you have to spend that many hours doing that typically. But everyone knows game developers, in general, spend a lot of time working on their craft. So.
True.
Yeah.
So do you enjoy the more of the web programming that you're doing at your first job, or do you more of the game programming on your second? Don't worry, I won't be offended. So you know. Just
I think no, I like them both. I think game development is fun, and you can be more creative in it and how you solve a problem. But at the same time, like I think web development gets really technical. Even though it sounds like it shouldn't, but it really does.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mishmash of all kinds of technologies that you have to learn.
I can see that. It looks like Angel wants to know if will we have Steam badges. And that's a good question. I guess I'm answering it. Fine, it's Q&A with Yen this time. No, Steam badges. Yeah, we probably have them in the works. We're slowly getting into the Steam infrastructure is a little bit muddled, so we're still working on it. We still have some stuff that we're working on Steam. I guess we're also working this week on getting a Unix build and a Mac build posted up there, so you can actually download it and play mini bots on a Mac or a Linux machine. So those are what we're getting. But on Steam badges, yeah, we'll probably have them. We just need to free up some time from programmers. Sound about right? And let's see. So my hairstyle? We'll skip that question. I don't know.
I kind of like it, actually.
Thanks.
I think it's a hairstyle that works just as well in the nightclub as it does in the conference room here at work.
I call it completely lazy, but whatever. We'll go with that. So, if someone is interested in getting into programming or even game development, do you have any suggestions for them?
Go talk to you.
Go talk. Great, thanks. Yes.
Besides that, I'd say work on your problem-solving skills. I mean, of course, you could go the computer science route, or you could study math or physics like I did. Those will all help you. Or you could just crack open a book or look up a tutorial on the web and get started. It's really not as bad as it sounds.
So I think Alex is volunteering his time to teach anyone how to program. So you just have to hit him up. I'll give you his email address later, and then you can call him. Maybe he'll give you a cell phone. Let's see what else we got. What resources do you use to improve your knowledge?
So actually, Code Academy is really good. Udemy is really good. Pluralsight's a good site. Books. And then maybe ask other people questions, other programmers. There's a lot of talented guys out there.
Nice. So we'll put those links up on our page so that people can get it if they want. We'll put them up there. And I guess Angel wants to know, will it be free? No, Alex is freaking expensive. So we're talking 1.2 million an hour, and my management fee on that is $1 million. So he'll get 200.
Or you can ask me questions on Discord.
That's true. We do have an open Discord, so you can feel free to ask any questions of any developer, including Alex, Jeremy, and Freebie, which actually, Freebie won't be Freebie anymore. He's graduating from Freebie to...
Expensive B?
I don't know about expensive. I think he's actually going to be a productive member of the Angry Skull team. We actually... we offered him a job, and he actually accepted, so he'll be joining us full-time on the dev team. So hopefully we'll get him in here on our questions and answering questions. Oh, don't cry. It's okay. But, if you want to come down to Tucson, we'll feel free to give you a desk to work at.
Where's Death Angel from?
Germany? Is Angel from Germany? Yes. Are we hiring? Well, if your talent is good, of course we're hiring. We're always hiring good talent. Might be not for long, but whatever. We got to sell some games before we can do. We can actually hire some more people. We already asked that. So typically, I know when I used to program, I used to listen to a lot of music, usually a lot of GNR and stuff like that, and Metallica, stuff like that. What music do you listen to when you program, or if anything, or do you like silence?
I definitely mostly listen to gangster rap when I program.
Nice. Very nice. Any favorite?
Lately, I've been listening to a lot of DMX and Nas. Although Nas I wouldn't really call gangster rap, and I'd call DMX more hardcore. But yeah, Tupac, all the old school stuff.
Oh, hi, Magic Dad. And
Hello.
so, also on the lines of that, when you do have free time, in which I know you have very little of, but I know you like to play games, what's your favorite game you like to play?
Right now I'm playing Persona 5. I've had it about 2 weeks, and I've gotten about 3 hours into it. So that's about how much I game.
Okay.
But it's an awesome game. Hopefully in a year I'll finish it.
Pretty good. I know you've been trying to get me into...
The Division, was it?
The Division,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. That was so last December.
Yeah,
But yeah.
sorry. I'm a little behind in the times. What's your favorite all-time game?
All-time favorite game? Jeez. I don't know if I really have one.
Favorite genre?
I mean, I guess I would probably say maybe Super Metroid.
Oh,
It's
that's a fun
probably,
game.
yeah,
Okay, I can see
all
that.
around perfect game.
seems to work, which I like. So back to Minibots development. So what's the hardest thing about developing for Minibots?
The hardest thing for developing for Minibots, let's see. I mean, it's just the hardest thing is like just game development in general is such a difficult thing. If you look at all the competition out there, all the other talented developers out there that are putting out really high quality products, and then you have to like push yourself to be in that field, you know, it's definitely a challenge. I mean, if game development were easy, everyone would be doing it.
That's true. It's true. And then let's see what else.
But you know what? When we were using plastic, that was probably that's our versioning software. Well, our old versioning software. That was the hardest thing about working. So I would definitely not recommend using plastic.
I could see that.
I hated that thing.
So currently, what are we using?
We're using Git now, and Git's just lovely.
So there you go. If you need versioning software, which you do, recommend you go with Git, and that's probably going to be your strongest thing. So,
yeah.
Which
that
is
thing
nice.
still gives me nightmares. So yeah, that was the hardest thing about.
Oh, yeah. I remember we lost a lot of projects. We used to, one day it'd come in, they'd be there, next day it goes.
Yeah. And versioning software is supposed to be easy to use. It's supposed to help you collaborate on projects. It's not supposed to destroy your projects. So, I don't know. I think they got to rework that one.
Yeah. I mean, I think the hard part is we started the versioning software near the end of our development cycle, which didn't help matters anything. We should have had it pretty much done in the beginning, but I mean, it is what it is. I guess there's a question that says, what engine do we use? Why? Struggles with it. So let's first start with the thing. What game engine do we use to program our game in?
We use Unity.
And why did we choose that?
I think we chose it because it's a high quality engine. I guess what they say is it's the best engine out there for less than $1 million. So.
Yeah, and I think the other reason why we chose it, because I know you weren't here when we chose it, because it was about a year ago, is the being able to go from different platforms. So.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, we're using Visual Studio and C#. C# is like an amazing language, and Visual Studio, I mean, just the autocorrect alone and the interface alone on Visual Studio is like miles better than anything else out there. So.
Correct.
If you learn Java, then you know C#.
So would you want to use the Unreal Engine at any time? Maybe on our next project?
Yeah, I would like to take a crack at it just because I know the visuals are very high quality. And C++ was probably the first language that I ever worked with in a real sense. So it'd be fun to go back to it.
I can see that. We can definitely talk about that. So, let's see what else. What is your main gripe about Unity?
Jeez. You know what? There's something about it. I complain about something every day about Unity, but you know, I don't like how it tracks its files. Some of the way it handles its bookkeeping. But the one thing I hate the most, and this isn't even really a programming thing, I hate that you cannot reorient an axis. So if you import an object from like Maya, then whatever its XYZ is, that's what its XYZ is. Like you can rotate the object, but you can't rotate the actual coordinate system.
So I think we need to get that fixed with Unity.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt that they'll fix it, based on ours.
Yeah.
But that is definitely something that I could see would annoy you guys. So when I know you started with Minibots like halfway through development. Like, what was your major struggles with just that, entering a project like halfway through?
Well, just kind of being locked into a particular way that the game was already designed. So instead of, getting to kind of lay out the foundation, it was kind of like, well, this is, the way it is, so make do with the way, that foundation has already been laid out.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And speaking of that vein, what's the one thing that you would have changed had you started from the beginning on it?
I probably would have started just with a new team. I would have probably tried to go 2D instead of a 3D game at first.
I can see that. Is there a major difference between a 3D and a 2D game?
Oh yeah, 3D is definitely complicates things from all perspectives, especially math.
So I guess some people want to know, is math really a big factor in game programming?
I'd say if you don't have anybody that can do math on your team, then you're pretty gimped. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty important.
So I know we've had this discussion before, but let's throw it out there. What is it better, programming or graphics?
What do you mean? Like, is it better to be like a modeler or an animator than?
Yeah, what is most needed on a game development? The modeler or the programming?
I'd say they're all necessary. I mean, unless you're making like some ASCII character-based game, then you can program that without a graphics guy.
Okay, so
and then,
let's go down to this one. Which is easier to outsource? Would it be easier to outsource the programming, or would it be easier to outsource the graphics?
I mean, I don't even really know, honestly. I don't know what the going rate is for each of those. Like, outside of like my circle here, I know you can get help overseas with those kind of things.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do. I talked to a guy at the last PAX who basically got all his artwork done for about $5,000 from some company in the Philippines, and he was a programmer. So.
Yeah, I guess it has both pluses and minuses for each one.
Yeah.
And yes, Angel, programming logic is 80% based on math. But you'll be surprised how many people can't even figure the logic before they even get to the math part. If you're good at math, you'll be good at coding.
I would say they could be a little different. I would say that you can be a great programmer without being good at math, but I would say that math is definitely necessary for certain applications like games.
Yeah, I think a lot of the programming, at least when I was doing it, you have too many graphic designers outsourcing. It would be cheaper to freelance than paying one full-time programmer. You're probably correct. But we're also in Tucson, and Tucson is a little bit
well,
it's hard to find good talent in Tucson, whether it be graphics or whether it be programmer. I mean, Tucson is not a big town to grab them from.
But also, I think just from a personal growth standpoint, if you had to choose between both of those fields and you're interested in just like having a job all the time, I think being a programmer is more versatile.
Oh, I agree with you on that one.
I mean, it's easy to get work as a programmer. People are beating the door down.
Yeah, I mean, you can go. Well, I mean, what? We had a mining company, we had the web development company, and then a game programming. I mean, those are three different areas, and those are the three people that were after you also during this time. So, programming is definitely, if anyone really wants to get into it, programming is definitely the way to go. I mean,
definitely.
And it's really not.
But do what you love,
True, but you have to love the monotony of programming. It's very detailed and very structured, and I mean, I think we've lost a lot of things lately with the whole, because we're not very into clean programming anymore. A lot of people are just, they throw things together and it's working and that's where it is. But because there's so much available RAM, so much available hard drive space, I mean, you don't have to do clean programming anymore. But I think that's wrong. I think that we need to get back to clean programming. That's why I kind of like the Raspberry Pi programming, because it has to be clean. It's on a small unit. It's got to be clean, mean, and green.
Well, and then that's why there's frameworks like React, which basically force you into a paradigm that allows for good coding practices.
True. No, I agree with you. I think there's a lot of systems out there that will make you a better program. And yeah, everyone seems to be a graphic person, but still, I think if you want to be a graphic person, I think that there's the people that just are graduated and I'm a graphic person, and then there's those people that take it to the next level, and those ones are few and far between. I think it's very hard to find that person that will take it to the next level on graphics and in programming. So I think out of college, you get those programmers that come out and they go, I'm a programmer. You know, I'm the god of programming. And they really are not. They're just, they're just someone
I want to meet
knows.
that guy, the guy that's the god of programming.
I don't know if he exists, man. I think he exists only in people's minds. But in general, I think that the people like that are just programmers out of, college. I think there's the great programmers are the ones that can feel out the logic of it, like you, which you notice a problem and you have to fix the problem. And I think that's where good and great programmers go. Wouldn't you agree?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I guess. But also, just so everyone knows, Alex is actually working on one big project for us, and the big project actually has to do with this book that's on my desk right here. Look at this. Behavioral Mathematics for Game AI. Unless anybody out there knows how to build an AI for Unity, and if that's the case, you should call me or text me or whatever. But actually, Alex is working on Game AI because we're putting in an AI feature component into our game for those people that can't wait for multiplayer and want to play with somebody that's fictional or that doesn't exist. So Alex is going to be taking care of it, and he's actually going to be implementing it. Well, he's going to be doing research for the next couple days, and then after that, we're going to see where we're at and hopefully put it in. Especially with the new game mode, because he wants to build an AI that no one can beat.
Well, building an AI that no one can beat, that's easy. And building an AI that everybody can beat, that's easy also. But building an AI that is in between those, that's where it gets difficult.
True enough. That is true.
To make it act human.
Yeah, or learning. A learning AI, I guess, is the hardest one, where it gets harder and harder as you keep playing.
Like an amiibo.
Oh, yeah. Or we could just, we could code Buku and throw him in the box.
There we go.
And that'd be kind of weird, though. I don't know if we want that. It'd be hard to beat him, hands down. So, yeah, that's what we're working also on. We're working on AI. And I'm sorry, Angel, that your internet is going in and out. We'll make sure it's not on our end, but we're hoping it's not on our end, but we can't hear ourselves. Well, we can't. All we can do is talk. Eric over there is listening to it, so I think he's making sure it works. Other than that, we were going to show you guys some new code and actually show you the new level, but we had to re-download Git, and it's not behaving properly, so you guys are going to have to wait. So I apologize for that. You're going to have to wait till the new things. But we will have something new up there to show you guys. If not, we'll have a video. We'll have some videos up of the new formations of the gummy bears that you can control, the boom cubes that you can control. We have a new spawn tower that's coming out. And they're actually interacting with the level better, so we won't get gummy bears that stick. Safe to say?
I'd say that's safe to say.
Yeah, so we're about 99% sure that with the new interactive system that the gummy bears won't just stick in a corner and be dorky.
You want to see the screen?
Oh, well, I'm checking right now to see if
Talk about
that
beat.
build has downloaded, but I don't know.
I will try to beat your score, 13 million. 13 million is a tough order, but yes, Clemens can beat it. I guess he got, what was his score, Eric?
47.
47 million. I'm not sure if that's a legit score or not, but let's go with yes. But I will try to beat your 13 million legitly from me. He doesn't play the game. He just builds it. Whoa, whoa. I'm not cheating. Oh, I think he meant Clemens is cheating. Sorry, my bad. I don't cheat on the game. I try not to. What else? I don't think anyone else has any other questions. Do you have anything to add?
Not that I can think of, unless anyone's got anything else.
All right. So on anything else, just so you know, we're going to actually have a schedule so that we are starting. We're going to try some stuff that's, we're going to be uploading new builds Thursday, so we're going to have more of a regular schedule from Thursday. We're going to have Thursday when we're going to upload videos, and that way people can test over the weekend, and then on Mondays we're going to do any editing and repairing. Ooh, that's an older.
You want to show that spawner?
Oh, God, no. We won't show that spawner.
What? I made that.
Oh, that's
I think
true.
it's beautiful.
Want me to switch it over?
Yeah. So,
what do you think, guys?
So that's what happens when a programmer builds a spawner. It's
functional. It even tells you what direction it's pointing. See that little line?
Is this the one with formations? Can you show the formations?
I don't know. I don't even know if this build is working. This was like this is like 20 updates behind right now. So, but yeah, I'm still working on getting.
Oh, is this the one with the raining gummy bears?
I don't know. We can hit play, see if it works.
Why not? Can't hurt.
See what happens. And yeah, it's a laptop.
So we will sit here. And then, so yeah, Thursdays we are going to be uploading new builds on Steam, and we'll be editing them, so we'll have a regular schedule for everybody, so that they won't be all worried. We're actually going to be, in the next couple months, we're going to be hosting a game jam. So details coming soon, but we're actually going to have a game jam and invite people down and program for 24/7.
Wait, when is that?
In the next couple months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we've got some people that are probably, when semester starts, we'll have a bunch of high school kids here and see what they can actually do and program. And the winner, I believe, we're still talking about it with our prospective investors and stuff like that, but it also looks like the winner of the game jam, we will publish their game via Angry Skulls. So we're trying to figure out a way if we can actually do a game jam.
Oh, change colors.
So again,
whoa! Oh. Little formation action.
So as you can see,
this is like 3 weeks old too, by the way. So don't judge, guys.
But as you can see, they're actually facing, and they're actually more in control of them now.
See what we have to deal with in our test environment?
Yeah.
Falling missiles.
Falling missiles. We don't even take that off when we do stuff. So again, there's the formations. That's an early versions. That's not even with our new spawn tower. Yeah, of course Jeremy is judging because he likes his new spawn tower better. There's a few people actually investing in this, so
look at that thing.
So
look at the shading in that.
But hopefully what we're trying to do is, with the game jam, we're going to try to get people local here, and then we're also going to try to get people that are more, see if we can do something remotely. I don't know how we're going to do that, but we'll figure something out. And I think that's it. Anybody else have any other questions? Eric, do you have any questions? Any questions from you, Eric? No?
Oh, thank you.
Ah, see? Shader's beautiful.
I have a future in art.
No. I mean, yes, he does not have a future in art. He needs to stick to programming. Well, I think this ends it. Unless anyone has any questions, but anything else, just hit us up on Discord. We're here. Sorry, this is kind of rough for our first one, but we'll get better at it. You know, next week I think it's gonna be Jeremy. You hear that, Jeremy? Jeremy, you're gonna be next. See you next Wednesday. And if you guys have any other questions, feel free to hit us up on Discord if you have any questions. And that's what we all got to do. Oh. Yes, well, as soon as more details come out with the Game Jam, we will put it out there. We just want to make sure that everyone is participating in the way we want to participate in it. But there will be prizes and there'll be a bunch of other stuff. As we get the details together, we will definitely throw it out there. And because I think that game development in Tucson and in Arizona in general, but we want to make sure that game development everywhere is starting to flourish. Because I think that we see a lot out there, and especially since we've been to PAX East and PAX West, or not West yet, but PAX South, we feel that there's a lot of good games out there. They're just not being nurtured and developed. So we want to do that. We want to do our part. So with Angry Skull, and we're going to do that. And we're also actually, it looks like we'll also maybe teaching an intro to game development class coming up in the next couple months also. And we're partnering up with a school to do that. So when we do that, we're also trying to make that more global and more, you know, so that you can all participate wherever you are, Germany or France or England, wherever. So we're trying to do that. So if you have any other suggestions of what we can do to help everyone game program, please let us know, and we will definitely try to help out everybody. And I think that's it. Anything else you want to add?
Not at the moment. Thank you.
Cool. All right. We will see you guys later. And if you have anything, hit us up on Discord.